Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Valley News Live at 5 o'clock. Live look at our Corwin Auto Tower cam out toward the west. You see a few clouds out there on the horizon, but really things are quiet for us in Fargo at this point in time. We are, of course, still tracking a little boundary making its way through that could still fire off some showers and storms later on tonight. But of course, we'll talk about that, well, right now. So here's how things are shaping up. Big picture. There's your jet stream. You can see kind of follow the clouds there for that jet stream. South of that jet stream there, Wichita, south into Oklahoma. Hot scorcher out there today in Oklahoma. We got cooler air though in the Great Lakes region, and this low pressure system is churning its way through some of that cooler air. So this system not nearly as robust as it could be if it was feeding off of some of that hottest air toward the south, but we are still seeing, as this low pressure now moves into Ontario, you can see that counterclockwise spin of the center of that low pressure right there north of Baudette. But you see the higher clouds here, they're kind of moving from west to east, but the lower clouds you can see are moving from north to south along the boundary. So we have that differing directions of the wind in the atmosphere. You can see some spin, and of course with spin, yeah, you can see some tornadoes. So watching for the chance of a spin up tornado here or there this evening. Isolated nature, if that were to indeed occur, and it would likely be the landspout type tornado as well. Temperatures 80 in Fargo. There's the 62-degree dew point, so we do have some humidity here at this hour, so it does feel a bit on the sticky side out there. 81 degrees across the river there in Moorhead. Also take note of those days getting shorter. Sunset now moving into the 8:30 time frame. But temperatures there across Minnesota 70s, but still seeing low 80s there. Grand Forks at 82 degrees, 84 there in Jamestown, and a 72 in Bemidji. Did have some rain move through there. That's why it's a bit cooler in Bemidji at this hour. There's that rain that moved through Bemidji. You can see us now moving further away toward the Reamer area off toward Potshot Lake, but nothing concerning here for us in regard to those cluster of storms. But those clouds are right along the boundary. It's not moving very fast. We'll call it a stationary boundary. And along that boundary, of course, we're seeing some development from, say, the Cooperstown area. Did have one storm just push through Findlay, but it had trouble holding together toward Page. So we are watching, though, this area where these storms indeed do develop. That's where we could see those strong to possibly severe storms for this evening. Hour by hour shows you that, yeah, best chance probably along the I-94 corridor there with between, say, now and 10 o'clock is when I expect that time frame for storms to possibly become strong to severe. But take a look at this. As we head toward 1 o'clock in the morning, storms are redeveloping along that same boundary that really hasn't moved much between now and 1:30 tomorrow morning. So again, rainstorm chance continues overnight. Some of these could also be on the strong to possibly severe side overnight because it's basically the same air mass that we're seeing right now continuing there past midnight. Now, tomorrow morning, you see that kind of darker color there. That's fog development possible there in some of the areas that are a bit more humid. So Red River Valley, Devil's Lake Basin could see some patchy dense fog tomorrow. Looks like our rain chance, though, tomorrow morning continues just off toward the south, just lingering, straggling showers tomorrow morning. But most of the daytime hours tomorrow look just fine. 70s by lunchtime. 70s and 80s, those high temperatures. Could still see a pop-up shower or rumble there across Minnesota, but really your afternoon and evening plans tomorrow looking pretty good. Now, late tomorrow, though, after about 10 o'clock, watching for some clouds to increase from west to east, and with those clouds increasing, could see some storms pushing in from the west. But again, most of your daytime hours tomorrow are looking good. Your hometown forecast, your Fargo forecast, I should say, for tomorrow. Notice the wind is northerly. That stationary front finally moves south and brings us a bit of a north wind, but temperatures I still expect low 80s for Fargo. There in the afternoon with a few passing clouds here or there. There's your hometown forecast. 70s perhaps across Minnesota to far north Minnesota, the Bemidji area, but 80 is a good rule of thumb for most everybody tomorrow afternoon. So things moving forward, of course, look like very similar. Do have a few spotty shower or storm chances for the rest of the week. We do cool down, though, Mike, into the weekend. Looking like mid-70s, plenty of dry time still for the weekend, something to look forward to.
Mid-70s, I have no complaints.
Ooh, yeah, me neither.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Up next on Valley News Live at 5, some hopeful news in the continuing effort to prevent COVID.